Chosen ones, God used you to defeat a narcissist. Have you ever found yourself struggling with someone who seems to drain you emotionally, leaving you questioning your worth, your decisions, and your very identity? Have you ever wondered if the painful experiences you've had with a narcissist are part of a larger divine plan, a plan that is ultimately working for your good? What if I told you that God didn't just allow these difficulties to happen, but that He specifically chose you to rise above the chaos and bring an end to the narcissist's destructive power over your life? In today's video, we're going to dive deep into the spiritual truth that God has used you to defeat a narcissist. This might sound like a bold statement, but the reality is that the narcissist's greatest weapon is their ability to manipulate, control, and break the spirits of those around them. And yet, despite their attempts to destroy your peace and emotional stability, you have been chosen by God to stand firm, to rise above, and to walk away victorious. The spiritual battle you've been fighting is not just about surviving a toxic relationship. It's about recognizing the higher purpose behind your struggle and discovering the strength within you to emerge stronger and more spiritually grounded than you ever thought possible. God has been preparing you to become a master of your emotions, a spiritual warrior who can overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. You've been chosen to break free, and through your journey, you will not only find peace for yourself, but also become a beacon of hope for others who are struggling with similar battles. But what does this journey truly look like? How do you recognize the divine hand at work in the midst of such chaos? And most importantly, how can you continue to stay grounded, knowing that this experience has a higher purpose? Stick with me until the end of this video, as we explore these powerful truths and discover how God is using you to defeat a narcissist, not just for your benefit, but for a much greater purpose. Before we begin, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on more spiritual wisdom that can guide you in overcoming the challenges life throws at you. Let's get started. Welcome, my friends. If you've ever felt the weight of emotional manipulation, if you've ever found yourself entangled in a toxic relationship where your feelings were invalidated, your boundaries crossed, and your very identity questioned, then this message is for you. Narcissists thrive on control, emotional turmoil, and the ability to manipulate those around them. They seek to dominate their relationships, breaking people down, making them doubt their own worth, and keeping them emotionally hooked for as long as possible. Their ultimate goal is to maintain power through emotional manipulation, using guilt, shame, and fear to keep their victims in a constant state of confusion. But I'm here to tell you something powerful today. God used you to defeat a narcissist. When you find yourself in a relationship with a narcissist, it can feel like an emotional battlefield. The highs can be intoxicating, when they're charming, when they're showering you with attention, when they're promising the world. But the lows, they're devastating. They drain you emotionally, leaving you with nothing but exhaustion and self-doubt. It can feel like you'll never escape the grip they have over you. But what if I told you that God, in His infinite wisdom, allowed this struggle not to destroy you, but to refine you, to build something far greater within you? God's purpose in these situations isn't always immediately apparent, but when we look closely, we can see the divine intervention. Narcissists, as difficult as they may be, are part of a larger plan to strengthen the chosen ones, those who have been called to walk in a higher spiritual authority. In fact, your ability to walk away, to break free, and to rise above their manipulation is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of spiritual victory. It is proof that God has been working in you, refining you, and preparing you for a greater purpose. The narcissist's game is based on emotional manipulation. They are expert gaslighters, able to twist reality and make you doubt your own perception of events. They will make you feel crazy, unworthy, and insignificant, all to feed their ego and maintain control. But through this, God is showing you the importance of spiritual discernment. It is through this relationship, this struggle, that you will learn how to control your emotions and recognize the difference between truth and manipulation. The greatest lesson in dealing with a narcissist is learning emotional self-control. Narcissists want to provoke you. They want you to react with anger, fear, or hurt because it fuels their sense of superiority. They want you to be caught in the drama, to lose your peace. But the true spiritual warrior, the one chosen by God, knows that their peace comes from within. They understand that they don't need to engage in the narcissist's games in order to maintain their sense of self. The spiritual master chooses to rise above, to stay grounded in their own truth, and to walk away with dignity and grace. God is using this difficult relationship to teach you the power of stillness, silence, and inner strength. When you choose to go no contact, to set boundaries, and to walk away from the chaos, you are not just choosing to protect yourself. You are choosing to protect the peace that God has placed within you. You are choosing to affirm your worth, not based on the narcissist's validation, but based on your understanding of who you are in God's eyes. But how do you maintain that peace when the narcissist keeps trying to pull you back in? This is where your spiritual mastery comes into play. Narcissists thrive on emotional reactions. They want you to get upset, to argue, to prove yourself, to engage with their lies. They are emotionally immature and unspiritual beings who have not learned how to control their own emotional impulses. But you, the chosen one, have the opportunity to transcend their games. When you remain silent in the face of their provocations, when you set firm boundaries and stick to them, you are walking in divine power. You are showing the world, and most importantly yourself, that you are no longer a victim to their manipulation. God is using your no-contact rule to show you that you do not need to prove anything to anyone. You do not need the narcissist's approval to feel worthy. Your worth comes from God, and that is unshakable. When you realize this, you understand that the narcissist is just a tool, a vessel for your growth. The moment you realize you don't need to engage with their toxicity is the moment you realize that you have been set free. God has given you the strength to walk away, and you are now empowered to build a new life based on your own values and your own worth. The narcissist's defeat, then, is not just about them losing their power over you. It's about you discovering your own power. It's about you recognizing that you are a divine being worthy of respect and love, and you will not tolerate being treated any less. You are breaking free from the chains that once bound you, and you are walking into a future filled with possibilities. The spiritual mastery you're learning. The key to overcoming a narcissist is not in fighting them on their terms, but in mastering yourself. A spiritual master does not react to every provocation or insult. Instead, they remain grounded, serene, and centered in their own truth. It is through this mastery of self-control that the narcissist's power over you is broken. Narcissists may try to play the victim. They may try to make you feel guilty. They may try to manipulate your emotions. But a spiritual master knows that their peace is more important than winning an argument. They know that true victory lies in emotional control and self-mastery. It's important to remember that narcissists can only manipulate you when you are emotionally reactive. When you lose your calm and react in anger, fear, or sadness, you give them the very power they seek. But when you choose not to engage, when you stand firm in your peace, you strip them of that power. God is teaching you to be still, to be unwavering, and to stand in your divine strength. Thank you for staying with me throughout this enlightening discussion. I hope that you now understand the deeper spiritual purpose behind the challenges you faced with a narcissist. You were not just placed in this relationship to suffer. You were chosen to rise above it, to learn the powerful lessons of emotional mastery and inner strength, and to walk away victorious. The narcissist's defeat is not just a win for you, it's a testimony to the power of God working within you. If you're struggling with a narcissist right now, take heart. You are being refined, just as gold is refined in fire. You are being prepared for a greater purpose, and through your journey, you will find strength, peace, and wisdom like never before. God has equipped you with everything you need to overcome, and the victory is already yours. If this message resonated with you, please like, comment, and share it with others who may need this encouragement. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more spiritual wisdom and guidance on navigating the challenges life throws at you. Remember, you are chosen, and your victory is assured. Stay strong, stay grounded in your faith, and trust that God is with you every step of the way. You are not alone. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. What to say to a narcissist to shut them down permanently? Have you ever found yourself trapped in an endless cycle of emotional manipulation, where every conversation with a narcissist leaves you drained, frustrated, and questioning your own sanity? Maybe you've tried to stand your ground, assert your boundaries, or speak your truth, only to have them twist your words or turn the situation against you. The more you try, the more they seem to escalate, pushing your buttons, undermining your confidence, and making you feel small. It can feel like you're losing the battle, no matter how hard you fight. But what if I told you there's a simple, yet incredibly powerful way to shut down a narcissist permanently? No, it's not about arguing, proving a point, or playing their game. It's about knowing exactly what to say and how to say it to dismantle their power and leave them speechless. What if I told you that the key to winning against a narcissist doesn't lie in continuing the fight, but in removing yourself entirely from their emotional chaos? In this video, we're going to explore exactly what to say to a narcissist to make them stop targeting you permanently. We'll cover the psychological tactics they use, why these words are effective, and how you can use your words to regain control and finally stop the narcissist in their tracks. If you've ever struggled with how to handle a narcissist, or if you've been wondering why nothing seems to work when you try to stand up for yourself, this video is for you. Keep reading to find out exactly what you need to say to shut a narcissist down for good. Welcome, and thank you for joining me today. If you're someone who's ever been caught in the web of a narcissist's emotional manipulation, you know how exhausting and frustrating it can be. Whether it's a narcissistic partner, friend, family member, or coworker, narcissists have a unique ability to dominate conversations, twist the truth, and deflect responsibility in a way that leaves you feeling powerless. But the truth is, you don't have to keep falling into their traps. There is a way to stop them in their tracks, and it's not about continuing the fight. It's about saying the right things at the right time. Before we dive into the specifics of what to say to a narcissist to shut them down, let me remind you to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've ever struggled with narcissists in your